Welcome to the Argos toy unboxing. Today we're looking at some exciting toys from the Play-Doh Town range. Let's see what's inside the box. It's the Play-Doh Town Firehouse, and there's a fire in Play-Doh Town. Luckily, this fireman is ready to squish out the Play-Doh flames. Let's stack these tubs and pop the roof on to create an emergency scene. You can add colourful flames with the fire stamper and fight them with the water cannon before squeezing out a silly escape pole. And you have all these accessories to help you on your rescue mission. And there are more under the feet of our hero. This is the firehouse requesting backup. Nino, Nino! Thank goodness, just in time. Here's the Play-Doh Town fire truck to help. What's he doing? No, don't park in the garage. That's it, come over here. Wow, how cool is this fire truck? This set has 3 tubs of Play-Doh to stack and a fire stamper to create your own flames. It looks just like a burning building, doesn't it? Here's our fireman ready to save Play-Doh Town with his axe to chop away the flames. Quick, use the cannon! And once the fires are out, you can style his beard, making it different colours and different lengths. You can make him look even smarter by stamping him a badge and a moustache with his feet. And if you think he looks lonely, you can stamp him a little dog. Oh, isn't she sweet? After all that firefighting, it must be time for a treat. Right on time! Here comes the Play-Doh Town ice cream truck. It has this removable ice cream maker on top so you can make a yummy looking cone. And there's this mold to make it a 99 and add some sprinkles. Or you can take it off and give the ice cream man a new hairdo. He looks great now, doesn't he? You can make ice lollies with the mold. Ooh, this is super fun and squishy. Here you go. Look! Here come the firemen, looking for frosty treats. Roll your mouse over the video and click the button in the top right-hand corner to find out more. We hope you've loved this Argos unboxing with our toys from the Play-Doh Town range. We know you're just desperate to play with them. Let us know which one you like.
Hello there, I am planning a lesson where we're going to use Play-Doh and floss to examine the cross sections of 3D shapes. Both perpendicular to the bases and parallel to the bases, and we're going to look at some other cuts. I just wanted to talk about some things I'm realizing early in the planning process. So first of all, I built 6 shapes, and what I did for almost all of them was I used these models right here. I actually found them to be really helpful, and in some of the shapes it was really easy to use them. So for example, the cone is super easy to use the model. You wedge the Play-Doh in there, and then you take either a plastic knife or even a butter knife, and you just kind of put the knife in and scrape along the edges, and the cone will pop out. And there might be some imperfections when the cone comes out, but you can then just fix that with your hand. I only needed a little 3-ounce, I only needed a little 3-ounce Play-Doh to fill that. The sphere was the only one that the model didn't work on, but that's okay. That one was super easy to build by hand. You just roll it. This cylinder, that one actually, on this little model right here, I required like a Play-Doh, a 12-ounce container and a 3-ounce container. The square pyramid, also, this one was surprisingly easy to use the model for. Just like the cone, the square pyramid was nice and easy to throw into the model. It got a little bit messy in there, but that's okay. And then I just used the butter knife to kind of scrape it out. That took a 12-ounce can, just one of the bigger cans like this. All right, actually a little bit less. There's some left over in there. I can feel it. The hardest one to build was the cube. So if you're thinking about your students or whoever you're working with to build this, the cube was super difficult. It required a full 12-ounce can and a 3-ounce can. It kept getting stuck inside the model, and my solution, as you can see here, was to use some baby powder. I just kind of smeared the baby powder, not on the Play-Doh, but in the model itself, and I roped it around. You can see the model's kind of messy right here, right? It's got all the baby powder inside, but that made it really easy to get this shape out. Without the baby powder, it was really hard to use the model. And then I found the most difficult one, so if you're thinking about who should build what shapes. The triangular prism, as you can tell, didn't come out too good. That was really hard, even with baby powder, to get that to work in the shape. Tried to wedge it in there, tried to fish it out. I just couldn't get it to work perfectly. But I'll show in the next video how the floss cuts through all of these so you can see how well the cross sections come out, and think about that for your own lesson. But one last thing to consider is the time. So I didn't run this in class yet, but I will soon. By myself, to build 6 shapes took me over a half an hour, and it was messy and difficult. So I'm thinking either this is something that a table works on together and they split the shapes up, or partners or groups of 3 work on this. But this is certainly something that's not going to fit in one lesson. If you want students to look at all the shapes, it takes at least a half an hour to build 6. And that's for me. Maybe you're faster, but that was for me. Also, I would say that the sphere was easy to build by hand, of course, but I would imagine a lot of these shapes you don't need the models for. You can probably, if you give students either some kind of putty knife or like a plastic butter knife like this, or just like a hard, rigid surface, just talk to the art teacher or go to an arts and crafts shop. There's probably all sorts of tools you can use to build these by hand. And also you can just kind of use your hands to get a pretty close approximation. So I think that would suffice. All right, in the next video, we're going to cut these things and see how well they come out. Thanks.